Stock of the Day is brought to you by IG, Australia's #1 CFD provider. Trade over 17,000 markets with extended trading hours on key US shares and competitive spreads, all on an award-winning platform. Get started at IG.com.
And our stock of the day is Life360. It has lifted its revenue and earnings guidance for the full year as it looks set to acquire Nativo, an online advertising company, for around $120 million US. That move into advertising will allow brands to reach families at relevant moments, it says, with personalised messaging. And over the past quarter, Life360 has increased its net income by 27% to $9.8 million US, supported by higher subscription revenues, while hardware revenue came in slightly lower from the previous corresponding period. Gross profit up close to 40% over the period, while the location sharing app has also increased its R&D budget by some 12%. But as you can see, that wasn't well received by the market when that dropped this morning, so the stock is off. Michael, let's start with you. Obviously, looking for further options here, just in terms of capitalising on its tech.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting situation. It's not often that you upgrade, your earnings and everything like that, and the market treats you so harshly. And it must be pointed out, obviously, this is a company that is quite expensive. It's an ASX top 100 company these days, so you need to keep delivering results over and above expectations to sustain a price rally of that magnitude. I will point out that we do own it. It's been a very good performer for us this year, offsetting some others that haven't been so good. But yeah, we definitely like the business and the story. It's hard to decipher today whether it's the update itself or whether it's the acquisition that was announced that's causing the share price weakness, or perhaps a combination of the both. Because obviously they are paying up for this business and they haven't really disclosed whether or not it's going to be EPS accretive or not. The market likes these acquisitions when they are EPS accretive, and probably doesn't like the fact that there hasn't been much clarity provided as of yet. I don't know if there's been some comments since that I've since missed, but yeah, it'll be good to get a little bit more colour as to exactly the benefit of this acquisition, or whether it's going to be a expense carried on the balance sheet for some time. So that could be part of the reason for the weakness. But certainly when you've had a run up like that and you are trading on lofty valuations, you've really got to go over and above with your update to keep the momentum behind you.
So a hold?
I'm going to go a hold, although we do own it from around May, June this year. So we have done okay from it, but be careful because it is expensive, and if the momentum gets sucked out of it, it can come back pretty quickly.
So you haven't been tempted to take profit?
Not yet, although this update today, we'll have to probably discuss it internally, could be the catalyst of that. The only saving grace is it's sometimes difficult to sell into what is ostensibly quite good news. The business is still growing very quickly. They are spitting out an enormous amount of free cash flow now. It's what they do with that cash flow that it can be a good thing or a bad thing. Like we see today, they've obviously got this cash coming through. They feel as though they need to keep driving growth and going out and spending that cash on acquisitions, which can be a good thing, but can also bring the company down. But we'll have this up for review just off the back that it had an update today. But it is possible that we could lighten the load a little bit.
Jonathan, I might get you first to comment on the technicals. Obviously, given how far it has run, what are you seeing on the chart?
So I was actually here when it announced in May. I was actually on the call that day, and it shot it out of the park, and I was just like, I'm a momentum guy, I'll buy it here, and it's gone from, I think it was like 37 at the time, all the way up to low 50s, and it's pulled back a bit here. So technically, it looks like a bit of a sell. That being said, the point I was trying to make earlier is that usually when the results are this good, like on the headline, you're like, okay, revenues up 34%. What was the other one? The annual revenue, the monthly revenue, both up year on year. You're like, okay, how high is this going to open up at? And it did actually gap up higher, but then it got slammed immediately. So I think the opening was around the $51 mark, and it got slammed under 45, and it's back at 45 at this stage. So for me, it's kind of like what I saw last week in some of the when AMD and Palantir, the actual numbers shot it out of the park, but then traders took profits on that day and then sold off the next day. Obviously, that's been reversed last night, and it's like, well, we're back to the races. But for me, I think 360 has to kind of grow into its valuation now. I had a look at its price to sales is around 16. It's actually been more expensive a couple of years back as well, so it's been as high as 20. So I can't actually beat that. And as Michael said, I think it's actually the acquisition. So their quarterly revenue is about 125 million, which is what they spent on this acquisition. And there's no clarity in the announcement on what they're going to use the acquisition for. Is it so? From what I understand of Nativo, it's like they're going to target more ads. So are they going to then produce more ads within the actual app itself to help drive revenue? That could work out well. Or are they using it to actually advertise 360 more on other platforms? That's where I'm not so clear on. But if it's all about generating more revenue within the platform, I think that is a decent acquisition, because I think that'll help grow revenue. And so with that, I'm just going to go with the price action and just avoid for now, and it's a hold. But with those numbers, I can't see why it shouldn't be growing as well.
That is a double hold then for our stock of the day, Life360.
The stock of the day was brought to you by IG. Trade over 12,000 shares and ETFs, including major tech giants with extended hours on an award-winning platform. Get started at ig.com.